Welcome back. This is episode 3 on personas. So if you've landed here and have no idea what they are, skip back to episode 1. And if you want to know how to develop a set of personas, check out episode number 2. Okay, so in this episode, I want to take you through how you actually use them. But first, just a quick recap. Okay, personas are a research-led characterization of target user groups. They're a powerful tool to step into your customer's shoes, to see things from their perspective, and to start designing truly remarkable solutions. Personas are developed from research. They aren't based on someone you know or met down the pub, and they set out psychological, behavioral, and contextual capabilities, expectations, and preferences that design and marketing teams can use to craft innovative solutions and design really targeted campaigns towards. Personas are best crafted collaboratively with stakeholders, and it's essential to validate them with further research before you use them. Okay, using them. Let's talk about that. Broadly speaking, there are 4 ways that you can use personas to generate ideas, to evaluate ideas, to communicate ideas, and also in training. Let's talk about generating ideas first. The simplest way to use them in a creative process is to use them to trigger an idea. So to put yourself in the persona's shoes and ask yourself what they might want. In the first episode, we imagined a persona called Organic Olivia. So if you don't know who she is, go back and check that out. The imaginary research you did in your imaginary job at a cosmetics company revealed that Olivia was environmentally conscious and looking for premium, organic, cruelty-free, fair trade skin products. You also found out that she was open to receiving and sharing eco-friendly product recommendations with her friends and within a community. So if you stepped into Olivia's shoes, which are probably Vega or Allbirds, you might start thinking about how you could satisfy her need to find and recommend fantastic products, which may lead you to imagine some sort of customizable subscription box service of skincare with, detailed notes on their provenance, so she has lots to share with her friends. Now, we often use personas in workshops as just one form of stimulus to trigger ideas. Usually what we do is we have maybe 3 to 5 personas and we work through them in groups to imagine new ideas or features or ideas. You can make this more interesting by creating specific scenarios or explore or dive into particular pain points or jobs that each persona faces. So anyway, back to Olivia, and one job she has for herself is to share what she found. So thinking of that, how about we add, 3 little samples of each product so she can give those out to her friends, and maybe, there could be some, customized printing on them that's from Olivia. Thinking of you from Olivia to give to her friends. That's kind of good for her social circle, and also kind of spreads out that product to the community who might go on to buy them. You can work with personas in a static kind of desktop sense, or you can have more fun using them in role-playing exercises and acting out various scenarios. This is a very immersive approach that can create some brilliantly insightful ideas by simply challenging our assumptions about what people think or do in situations. A few times, actually, we've gone so far as to hire actors to physically become the personas in workshops, so people can actually question them and explore and develop ideas with them. It's great fun, very, very powerful. Okay, evaluating ideas. This is much more straightforward. The informal approach is to simply assess your ideas against the needs and goals of each persona. Does it solve a problem? Does it solve it well? And does it solve common problems for more than one persona? Okay, thumbs up if it does. You can evaluate things also at a feature level. Would the idea of samples for her friends appeal to Olivia? Or you could work through the entire service scenario of how she signs up, how she receives users and feeds back on the service box that she receives. You can then be more formal and you can deliberately recruit users who fit the persona's profile. This is what P&G, Procter & Gamble, do. They gather groups of consumers who align with specific personas and present them with product concepts and prototypes and ideas. They do usability testing, focus groups, and prioritization exercises. If you do this, you can also double back and generate some direct ideas based on the things you're presenting, perhaps builds that have come out, or other opportunities or gaps that have come out through the research. Personas are undoubtedly a great way to frame or communicate an idea. And the most common is to create future journeys, which are storyboards or short movies showing a future experience. This is really useful when you're looking at much broader experience landscapes. So, for example, an airport, which in itself is really complex in terms of the diversity of users within it, the different missions they're each on, the jobs they all have to do, the touch points they interact with, the stages of the journey they're at, or constraints in terms of space or processes or regulations, and of course all the multiple partners that have to kind of serve the passengers at the same time, whether these are airlines, airport operations, border control, all trying to manage these customers. In this situation, setting out stories showing how different personas have different but equally great and meaningful experiences aligned to an overarching vision and a master plan for the experience is a really compelling way to get people to buy into the proposition. Personas are really great tools for training. The obvious point is that they're there to help people prepare for and serve customers. People can use personas to kind of stand in their shoes, to see things from their perspective, or to rehearse how to serve them or respond. This is incredibly cool when it also happens in virtual reality. And with AI and machine learning now, we're seeing more and more development of digital twins, which are virtual replicas of the personas who automatically interact with digital products in real time whilst they're being tested. Siemens uses personas for employee training and development programs all across Europe. Their personas aren't about their customers, but about their colleagues. They have developed a range of personas based on job roles, experience levels, and knowledge requirements, and use them to design personalized development plans. For example, if Siemens were introducing a new software tool for engineering teams, engineering enthusiasts, that's the persona's name, receive training sessions that delve deep into the technical aspects of the software, while managerial masters, we can imagine who they are, attend sessions on how to effectively oversee projects using those tools. I guess one final point about using personas for training is the broader point about creating customer centricity within the organization. Creating a set of personas and having them openly feature in lots of innovation discussions and literally on the walls as posters ensures they become and remain part of the day-to-day conversation in a business. Now, here's an interesting thing. Did you know that NASA actually has a set of personas for Mars missions for their astronauts? Incredible, hey? They use them to consider all the human factors and the challenges and the needs that those astronauts might face on a mission to Mars. What's their background? Are they a scientist, a pilot, a doctor, an engineer? What's their cultural background? And how might this shape team dynamics? What psychological traits might they need to handle stress and isolation? And are they extroverts or are they introverts? Do they have any specific physical needs that might be affected by prolonged weightlessness? I don't know what they call them, but I doubt it's Buzz Lightyear. Anyway, let's wrap up. So in this series, we've talked about personas, what they are and what they're not, and how to create them and use them. They're an incredibly powerful tool in many ways, for ensuring you stay customer-centered during the design process, to helping inspire and generate solutions, to being a tool that can be used to evaluate ideas, shift organizational culture, and help train frontline colleagues to serve people better. If you want to learn more, get in touch, or follow the links in the description where you can find some resources that'll help you. Now, like most design-led activities, creating and using personas is really fun. So really, I wouldn't hesitate but jump in and use them. Okay, see you soon.